Okay, this is Return of the Jedi. You all know the deal. We're doing the 2011. This is the 2011 cut. It's ridiculous we have to say this, but it's different from Disney Plus. I think.
Is it really? By how much?
I
Just a
don't
little
know. It's probably not much. So you want to watch on Disney Plus? Go ahead. Nathan, you have the remote, so you're going to tell everyone when to hit play.
bit. All right, I'm hitting play in 3, 2, 1, now. The 20th Century Fox logo.
That's a relic of the past.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Lucasfilm. I mean, we still see that, but
Say when Star Wars pops up, Caleb. A long time ago.
it's not even an ellipsis. It's an ellipsis and a period. Star Wars. So hopefully everyone has an idea of.
Where it is. Hopefully there's going to be nothing like the last.
I'm going to cough now.
That's okay. So the opening crawl.
Episode V.
VI.
Yeah.
Popular opinion is that this is the worst of the original trilogy. And one of the main things that ruined it is, of course, the Ewoks.
The Jar Jar of the
Original trilogy. Yeah, I see the connection.
The Porgs of the original trilogy. The Rey Scott.
I mean, you could say more Rose, I guess. I mean, that's kind of more along of what people say.
Who's the
People
worst
don't-
character, Rey or Rose?
People
Well,
complain more about Rose.
We'll figure out that when we get into the next ones, whenever that is.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I think what hurts this movie as well is the
How Empire's capitalized and nothing else is. Galactic
Is it?
Empire's all in caps.
maybe it's supposed to
Be like,
give you that
Galactic
impending
Empire.
doom, you know?
But Death Star isn't.
Yeah. Well, what I was going to say is like, yeah, they introduced a second Death Star, which this movie's a lot like A New Hope.
And it's a lot like Episode 7.
I think that's one reason why I didn't like Force Awakens as much.
It's 'cause it's
I
this
liked
is-
it, but
this
what I'm
is
saying
the third time we're seeing this.
exactly, yeah, it's like the, you know,
That's what makes Empire so good.
how many times you gotta blow it up? Just keep rebuilding. Do you like the look of it though?
Yes.
How it's half constructed?
Yeah, I think that's really cool.
I mean, okay, if they're in space though, is that like what is preventing them? If it's so open and exposed, how are they
Well-
not getting, you know, sucked out or it's
I bet they got
messing up the ventilation?
They got people patrolling, and they got like special like doors that you have to shut.
Yeah,
Okay, this is the point they're making Clerks. It's like
the construction.
this is
yeah.
under construction. You think a regular stormtrooper knows how to install a toilet?
Yeah,
Because this thing is big.
yeah.
There are people that probably live on that thing. You know, there's probably some sort of like a sleeping quarters for, you know, these regular old Nazis.
Yeah, that's what they pretty much are.
And so, look at that. Look at you see like all the little windows. There's like a little living
Apartment quarters,
Yeah, they got-
basically. Yeah,
Like it's like also how comes like they don't have it all? There's like you see those little bitty parts of it. It's like
you said the office.
what?
You said the office.
No, those little bitty parts that are not completed.
Yeah,
It's like really that looks like it's like one panel left. Why'd you leave it? I was a fan of that ship,
what is that one called? Like
the Imperial Landing Shuttle.
Okay, yeah. This is the first movie we get to see the Emperor, and technically,
Well, technically
yeah,
you see him in
in
5,
the flesh.
but
Yeah, I guess technically as well as the first time you see Jabba. Jabba is, you know,
well, canonically,
I mean, like in the timeline of like theatrical releases.
yeah.
He looks a little scared. Lord Vader.
It's a guy in a hazmat suit and an old man. Why are they? It's like,
Yeah, it's a good shot.
this
An
movie-
unexpected pleasure. Wow.
It looks like you were expecting them. I mean, you had all these guys line up, and
Yeah, it's unexpected, but here we are prepared completely. Yeah.
I like how it's like we just jump right into it. It's like no dilly dally. This is the third one. Let's go.
Yeah. It's almost like Darth Vader is always. It's almost like he's the only he's only the main villain in one movie, and that's Empire. If that makes sense. Like there's that criticism that in A New Hope,
It's
Tarkin
Tarkin.
kind of is over him, and then in Empire, you don't really have that as much. I mean, you see
Vader.
hints of like I don't know, the backbone being the Emperor, but you only see that as a hologram, and then this one, he's in the flesh. But you know, still one of the most
Tarkin
iconic.
is over Vader.
Technically, we want to talk about this, but what is his official ranking within the Empire?
Who, Vader's? Or?
Yeah, it's like a Lord Vader, but what does that mean in relation to the Empire?
I think he's probably something like Speaker of the House. And then you have, Vice President Grand Moff Tarkin. He's also vice president over the Senate, so he's much more like part of like the government as a whole. And then you have the president being the emperor.
Yeah.
Because here in America, it's like after the president, it's the vice president, and after the vice president, it's the Speaker of the House. So,
what is that thing called? The little robot? Do you know?
I have no idea what it's called. It's
I
just
think they introduced a version of it in The Mandalorian, if I'm not mistaken.
It's just like a security droid that's embedded in.
It kind of looks like
door.
a microphone a little bit. Like I think there's like certain microphones that look like that.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Kujawaki.
Okay, when they're saying the language, do you think it's actually someone sat down and wrote?
No, it's not
It's
Elvish
just-
in Lord of the Rings.
Yeah,
where it was
it's like that level.
actually a language was written out, or Klingon in Star Trek. This is just more just like
Yeah.
Itonawanga Ukabito. It's like
What sounds like an alien language.
yeah. And those things,
That little spider thing.
inside there, they're actually the brains of monks.
Monks.
Yeah, like what a monk is.
No, I don't.
Yeah, like a monk, like someone who like takes a vow for religion, and
Oh, I thought maybe in this was like a species of a.
they're called like a. It starts with a B something monk, and
It's a brain inside there.
yeah,
Bib Fortuna.
the ugliest alien in all of Star Wars.
Bib Fortuna, or the Gamorrean guards look pretty ugly.
But they're just pigmen.
Pigmen.
They're just they're just.
I wonder why they're green though.
They're just green pigmen. This guy is like.
They could have been blue. They could have been yellow.
Well, this
but
guy
green.
is a he's a
Toy Greta, I guess. Isn't that the species with the little?
No, he's different because he doesn't have those like little horn things towards the top.
Yeah.
He's I think he's different. Unless the males look different.
He's kind of slimy,
Yeah, it's really gross. Like, why does he have that one go across his chest? Why doesn't he just have it go back around him like the other one?
That's gotta be annoying. Gets in the way.
You got those gross fingers and gross teeth. You got those like giant tumors on his forehead.
I wonder if his little tentacle thing. I wonder if that's a style choice. You think it's like he can put it back like in a bun or something?
I'm sure he can move him around a little bit.
He's like stuck.
Look at that thing. There's a big frog with teeth.
Yeah.
There's Yak Face in the corner. And
there's definitely a lot of things that are changed.
Added in. Is his name.
There's the lady with, for some reason, they decided to put
multiple nipples on her
breast. Yeah, like nothing about her is different from a human species.
Notice
but
how all the Rhodians are wearing the same thing.
At the Greedo outfit,
Mm-hmm. They just showed them. They're wearing the same thing.
It's a standard issue Rhodian outfit.
If you hear some clicking, there's some wasps
in here. Yeah, I'm gonna try to quietly kill them at some point during this, but yeah,
like the bugs, not the white Anglo-Saxon Protestants.
So when I saw a video recently explaining like maybe an unseen flaw of this movie of like, well, with Luke and Leia and Lando and Chewie going in there, like what was their plan? I know obviously they were trying to get Han, but did they really have it orchestrated, I guess? I mean, giving C-3PO and R2-D2 up to Jabba, it's like, well, what did that achieve aside from maybe goodwill from Jabba? I don't know.
But I
know what I
think
mean?
it was like Plan A is, have them give us Han
Gifts?
Solo,
Okay, yeah.
basically trade the droids and, get the droids back. But that didn't work. Okay, we're going to send Leia in there now, disguised as a bounty hunter. She's going to sneak him out. Oh, that didn't work. It's like, okay, Luke, you've got to go in there. But they had that whole signal of, like, on the sail, which is like, darn,
Yeah.
darn.
Well, there's also that deleted scene where he has the he's putting the lightsaber in R2.
Yeah.
Luke is
Amon right there. That big green guy.
tall.
Tall green guy, yeah.
Looks like he could be a pod racer a little bit. Looks like it.
And that guy, whale looking.
I think the monkey lizard, the Kowakian monkey lizard,
Monkey lizard. Salacious B. Crumb.
it's an interesting choice, I guess, of a character.
Rats. Like they're behind C-3PO, just regular rats.
Yeah.
Who else do they have like here? Who are these guys? I guess is Jabba legally allowed to take prisoners?
Well, I mean, he's a crime lord. I don't think he's worried about legality. I mean, or like fair treatment of prisoners or something.
Yeah.
As far as like
The torture bot. I made an action figure of him. Kenner did.
I mean, they have nerves. They can feel pain. Yeah, it's a little.
I think this
a
is.
little
I
interesting.
think the name of this droid is EV9D9.
You probably only know that from an action figure.
Yeah, and it's actually a female.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure it's EV9D9.
You see how his eyes keep blinking in and out?
The three eyes, yeah. It's a medical
Isn't that
droid.
yeah, I would say that's a medical droid, so I wonder why they're killing him. You're hurting him. So they take R2 and make him a service droid? Like a server droid, I guess. And then C-3PO is what?
He's just a protocol droid. He's there for language. There's
Kind of
another
like
astromech,
R2.
yeah.
Yeah, so that looked like
It's
but
just
split his head, basically.
There's other astromech parts all down there too.
Yeah. So Jabba just has this, just collecting spare parts, I guess.
Yeah. There's Max Rebo.
Isn't there like a lore behind him? The blue elephant guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's got like a band. The guy right there on the left hand of the screen.
Yeah, Max Rebo.
He's got like a band. This was
all here. This was all here originally. Not the bug dude, but all this.
I almost think they butchered this part.
This is not.
Ugh.
Yeah. This. Oh, be a dad. That's so stupid.
I think they butchered it. I mean, it's already kind of odd enough that this is going on right now, and then when they add this,
Size noodle.
like, what is
Boba
this?
Fett. That was added.
Oof. Top 3 worst parts of the movie.
Yeah.
Female Rhodian that's not wearing the Greedo outfit.
No, this is the worst part of this movie.
Yeah, for sure.
It does that gross. Ah! Ugh. Why?
Yeah, I don't know what they're thinking. Or what they were thinking. I don't know. It doesn't mesh, you know. Ugh. Guess Jabba's a little creepy.
Yeah, he's kind of a pervert.
Yeah, just a little creepy. Uh-oh.
How did he disconnect that chain from her? I guess was he holding it,
I guess.
or was it on some
I mean, where did he get a Rancor? You know, where did he get that?
somewhere out in the desert?
Just tranquilized it, brought it in.
Look at that! Is that little bull thing? I think Jabba. He had it took like 8 puppeteers.
I think I've heard something like that, yeah.
There's like 3 people inside of him. They made action figures of almost all of these guys.
I mean, overall, do you like this scene, this opening,
Yes.
this Act 1?
Yeah.
The only part I don't like about it so far, is the dance. That's just about it. Other than that, it's kind of interesting seeing this side
underworld.
Yeah. It's all crime. And just like entertainment. Like the kinds of entertainment people have in this galaxy, I guess.
I mean, we see that in episode 2 also. I mean, there's a freaking sports bar for crying out loud.
What would you consider this as? Just a hangout? A club?
Brothel.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely in that direction, yeah. It's pretty much a brothel.
It's pretty much like a sleazy club that's run by the mob.
Can you imagine for a moment if Jabba spoke English? Like how weird that would be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it just his figure, his size, the
They
way he
made an
looks.
action figure C-3PO like that, where he just had the little bit of green on him.
Is the green the Jabba's spit, or is it some substance that was in that bowl of
I think it was
frogs
some
he was
something
eating?
that was in that bowl of frogs.
Oh my god, a thermal detonator.
He's got a thermal detonator. Like how everyone kind of looks like a Muppet. Well, it's because they are. It's Jim Henson.
Jim Henson,
It's, yeah. I think.
My kind of scum. So I guess
That looked wrong. That looked mirrored. I thought Boba Fett's antenna was on the other side.
here, let's rewind real quick. No.
No.
Chewie has different hair in this movie.
It's sort
You
of
notice?
It's sort of pushed back a little bit more, or it's not like slicked back.
He's soon to join a boy band, like a Wookiee boy band.
It's a little more.
So just go back to playing music.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's also what I have.
See, look at it. See, look at that. That's wrong.
So on the right side.
The antenna is supposed to be on his right side.
How did Lando get in there? He's got to reveal for the audience. You can see perfectly fine, but just for us to know, it's Lando. I mean, so the part of the plan was just, okay, let's just imprison Chewie. Let's just turn him in.
It's really just trying to get everyone in there, I think.
Yeah.
That was stupid and not necessary.
It's a beautiful shot, though.
And they ruined it with that little CG. Where is Jabba now?
Yeah, it's like that's. I was about to ask that earlier. Was
I mean,
when she does come down here, how does she know the timing of it? Well, I guess she's already there. So it's like, oh, everyone's asleep. But the way everyone comes out, it's like they're just like waiting for her to finish.
You think Carrie Fisher really did accidentally hit her head on those wind chimes?
I don't know. I missed that. Wait, so they're sleeping right there. What? I just gotta be real quiet.
Look how they have the Tauntaun head mounted up on the wall.
Dude, I've actually never noticed that. That it's what is that on the right?
Some other creature. I don't know.
It's literally a Tauntaun.
There's a water fountain.
It might be a hookah thing.
It looked like a water fountain.
Because you see
on the left
people in Star Wars like using hookahs.
Look at that on the left.
Yeah, it does look kind of like a water fountain. Yeah,
that's some sort of vase and just gourds.
Yeah.
How does she know how to do this?
She probably read a Defreezing Carbonite for Dummies. Probably read that. Checked it out.
It's cool that you've never seen the Tauntaun head.
I mean, I'm sure. Maybe I have. I just forgot. But yeah, it seems new.
Oops, I think I just accidentally bumped this, but it's okay.
Just don't do it again. What do you think about the effect right here?
It's pretty good. I still don't like it how he goes down with his hands cuffed in front of him, and he ends up
Just face planting
with him in front. No.
Oh, we mean when he actually gets frozen
Yes.
in the last one? Yeah. It's like, yep, his hands are definitely cuffed. When it goes, hands are up and free.
Of course, Harrison Ford famously wanted to be killed in this one.
That is true. Did he ever say why he doesn't like these movies so much? Was it just because it created these fanboys, people that got so invested in it, and he's
It's
like,
not that kind of movie, kid.
this is weird. I want out. These people keep bothering me at the grocery store. I mean, he definitely likes Indiana Jones, which is
Yeah.
so I'm kind of curious as to why he doesn't like this series as much. Well, it's not. I don't think he's like I hate this, but I think it's she just kiss him, didn't even brush his teeth after all that time. The carbonite freeze. I mean,
But his mouth tastes like iron. I know that laugh.
isn't Harrison like 43 in this movie or something like that?
So he's older. See, how come that guy was covered? They're all sitting there hiding.
It's
and
like
waiting.
we were waiting for you. We knew this would happen.
See that guy out earlier? He was covering C-3PO's mouth.
He's probably like, well, how does that work?
It's just like a speaker. It's like covering a speaker.
I guess. Is Salacious Crumb sitting on a pillow?
No.
Are you sure?
It looked like he was just sitting in his...
Okay. I mean, this part's kind of
Gross.
unsettling. Yeah, it's like.
Oh, it is.
There's like a
Okay, it
pillow,
is. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it is. Okay, yeah. It's not the first time he's been in a situation kind of like this. I mean, in Solo, he's
Actually, this is. They met like this.
canonically, yes.
How dare them? It's back to the any character that doesn't speak English. A Jedi Knight. Gotta repeat everything.
It's we need to get out of here. Lando and Leia are stuck in the wet. It's like
I've heard people say like why, or ask why did Luke use the Force choke? Because it has connotations with Sith and the dark side.
Yeah. Well, Luke's not afraid to do some questionable things.
I mean, what other questionable things did
He
he do?
almost kills
Well,
Ben.
That is true. I mean, yeah, I was kind of just. I'm in these movies.
It's snot and
What is he doing? You. Oh my god.
stupid. Why?
This Bulba looking thing.
It was the same creature, but
Doug. It's almost like, yeah. I get very curious of George's decisions. How did he get in?
he used the Force.
Did he Jedi mind trick the ring outside?
I bet he just
Lifted it up?
yeah.
That's possible.
It's gotta be hot in there. All those people wearing all those clothes just.
You think they got
piled
AC?
up. What?
You think they got AC in there?
No, you think
I
we
would
got
hope.
got central air?
Well, I mean, it's futuristic, obviously. I mean, they can freaking fly in hyperspace, for God's sake.
I bet they have air conditioning.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the middle of the desert.
Jabba would make sure something like that was a thing.
I mean, look at him. He would be sweating to death if they didn't. He'd probably die of heat exhaustion.
Bring Captain Solo and the Wookiee to me.
This is the first time you get introduced to a species being immune to mind
Jedi
tricks.
mind tricks.
Yeah. Which, I mean, what is it? Like, they say, it only works on the weak-minded, but, like, what is that? What does that mean?
Jabba's strong-minded.
Yeah, but, like, what is strong-minded? What does that mean? Like, what's different between a weak mind and a strong mind here in this lore?
It's not that kind of movie.
Kid, it's not that kind of movie. I know. But I mean, dude, Star Wars though has like dictionaries and encyclopedias and reference books. It's like, dude, hopefully there's an explanation to that. Oh, now. Was that Dengar?
I wasn't looking.
Kind of looked like him.
Oh, we saw his underwear.
Really?
The goring.
You think those things smell? The Gamorreans? See, the
yeah.
Dengar kind of looks like him. That's got to be him.
It looks a lot like him.
You know, I noticed in this part that sometimes
it looks like a puppet.
No. When Luke has the bone and he turns a certain way, and it kind of has an iconic image of him. Mm-hmm. I've noticed. I think it's some of the books or other material. They change it with a lightsaber. It seems. Like, hang on, let me show you what I'm talking about in a minute. I'll definitely point it out.
It's like he has a nose on his forehead.
He's kind of slimy too. Wonder how often he gets to eat a Gamorrean guard.
I'm sure they've had a couple incidents of
Eating pigs.
pork. So the Rancor's not Jewish.
Yeah, guess not. It's like he has armor on. His natural skin is just armor.
He's not wearing.
See, look right here. Yeah, that. See how it's kind of like how he's standing like that? It seems. Yeah. I swear I've seen some kind of promotional whatever, or maybe that, I don't know, but it's been replaced with a lightsaber, like that stance. I like how with the Gamorrean guard it was just like shove it straight in. This one it's like slowly, you know. I mean, that's the case with like so many things in movies. Like the bad guy's got the good guy point blank with the gun, and he's going to give a speech really quick that's going to be 5 minutes in time for the other good guys to come rescue him. You know, something like that. Happens a lot.
Why can't he use the Force on...
Just Force choke him. I mean, just for a moment, imagine this. I don't want to talk too much about the sequel trilogy and compare to this, but imagine for a moment what Rey would be doing right now. I mean,
she would have used the Force and picked him up and turned him inside out.
Especially at this point.
How did you do that? I don't know.
Oh my God. Well,
did you know you could use the Force? No.
I mean, yeah, like we're kind of crapping on it, but at the same time, though,
I just thought it. Yeah, she wouldn't be doing that. She'd be going like...
When we think about it, I mean, just comparing it objectively from what Luke can do in this movie, the third
movie.
Yeah, and what Rey does. I mean, Rey at the beginning of her third movie, she was floating upside down, or like she was floating in the air and she did this like twirl and landed on the ground and, you know, heals a injured worm thing. So it's like, just saying. Seems like she can do more.
Bring me. I want to see Boba Fett again and see.
What do you mean in The Mandalorian?
No, I want to see Boba Fett again.
Oh, and check the yeah.
No, honestly, I don't want to see Boba Fett in The Mandalorian. I don't want to be like, you guys love so and so. Well, he's back.
That's what Star Wars is nowadays. As soon as the prequel trilogy wrapped up, well, that's not actually true because you had like the 90s books. They brought back Boba Fett. And I mean, a huge part of Star Wars is like...
What is that on the wall?
Ugh, the serpent from the Garden of Eden?
Never noticed that one before. I mean, it's really easy to...
What? Yeah. I don't think I've ever noticed that. What the heck?
Like I said before, we're not trying to crap on this. It's just when you're sitting here trying to talk about it for the duration of the film.
Like I like these movies so much that even with all the bad stuff in it, I still love them. You know, I still love these movies. They're great. I think a lot of the decisions or a lot of things like that we're talking about is what turns people off of Star Wars, you know? like I've said for a while, and this is not anything new, but most likely if you did not grow up with these movies, you're probably not that interested in them. It's just like, yeah, okay.
Yes.
I guess you
Is
could
that
say that about
special edition?
anything. Probably, yeah.
I don't think that is.
Thanks for the drink.
That's definitely not.
R2's like, this is heavy.
It's
Do you know the instrument of that? The name for the instrument?
No, I do not know the name.
Max Rebo, is that his name you said?
Yeah, his name's Max Rebo. That's not R2.
I like how they're flying right next to each other. I feel like the wind would be messing up their hair a little bit more because I don't think they're going like, yeah, this is a 25 speed zone. I think they're probably going a little bit faster than that.
I mean, they got to make it all the way out to the pit of Cancun.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Okay.
And the Sarlacc lives in it.
The Sarlacc is almost like it's almost hard to understand how
Coke.
it works. It was a little no. But I mean, it grows within the ground. It's almost like a wound of the planet that's alive and swallows things up.
Sorry, Carcoon, not Cacoon.
How many other Sarlacc pits are there, you think, on this planet? I think this is the only one. And also, didn't they add that little like?
They added some like they added the mouth.
What does that look like? Like a clam? No, that's not right. A clam?
Like the mouth of an octopus.
Would it be a clam?
No. Well, it's a little clam like. No, they added the mouth and all the tentacles. It used to just be basically teeth in the earth.
Yeah. What year was that added?
That was special edition. That was
97, you think?
7, yeah.
First one? Yeah. Is there a canon explanation for the scar on Han Solo's chin, like Indiana Jones did?
I don't think so. I don't think they did anything in Solo that.
Said, yeah. Kind of glad they didn't.
I don't think they pulled a Last Crusade prologue.
Where it's like, we're going to give you an explanation of two things real quick. Happened the same day. His fear of snakes and his chin.
Family Guy did the great bit of this. The darn.
Yeah, it just keeps going.
Just keeps going.
And going. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher.
You know what?
Oh, well, fancy.
You know what species that is?
It's like a Nikto?
No, not.
Isn't it like... It's like Nikto?
That's the name. No, the skiff guards, not like what one of those ones. The ones that have those weird ponytails that go down. Not him. That's a Nikto. Which I think that's his name.
It's on the right side.
What? Yeah, no,
He was
the
on
other
the right
one,
side.
Yeah, it changed. See that? It was on his left in the palace.
You're right. Let's write a letter to George Lucas real quick.
No, anyway, the skiff guards are weak way.
Isn't there an explanation that like Boba Fett was drunk and that's why he sucked?
I don't know.
Had a little too many Coors Lights on the sail barge.
Also, notice how his armor's a little different in this than it is in Empire.
He's got to wait to aim.
Stupid.
So far, two things that are bad: the dance and how they handled Boba Fett.
Yeah, but
That's really it so far.
But this was in it originally. That was in it originally. So that's not the fault of the special editions.
Well, I think the dance is even bad prior to the special editions.
There is no
It's just
dance in the prior edition.
I thought there was like a little bit, yeah. It wasn't as long
Yeah,
or as painful, but it was definitely there. I
it's
think
different.
Oh yeah, it's a little bit more simplistic. It's not like the
It's not that.
I like his tail's wagging like.
Blah, 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 blah. Death rattle. If you have closed captions on,
It says death rattle. Oh my gosh.
also there's sometimes you can see that like tentacles or the mouth is not there, like when Boba Fett goes in. Yeah, that's a weak way.
Oh, weak way? I thought it was a weakwa. I don't know.
That was Barada. Because there's Klaatu, Barada, and Nikto, which is a reference to
You notice how
the classic science fiction film The Day the Earth Stood Still, which is what the space being says. Basically, it's the code to destroy the planet.
you know how when Luke hits people in this movie, like you don't see any marks
They just
on
sort
his
of fall
enemies.
over like he's hitting them with a blunt object.
Yeah. It's kind of what it's like. I kind of like that where it's like, I thought said you couldn't see.
What Family Guy does that where he ends up shooting Mort.
Is Mort supposed to be Lando?
Yes.
I forgot.
Yes, and it's technically blackface.
I guess so. Maybe it's that they used. I don't know. Similar stance.
That's
What I was talking about earlier. There was some heavy criticism of Leia's outfit, I guess.
Oh, yeah,
when this
it's-
came out.
it's definitely sexist. It's like, oh, we're at the beach. You gotta put your bikini on. It's like,
Oh my god! It was like,
this will get the kids jimmies.
Well, I guess it kind of like
this will rustle the kids jimmies.
it's kind of like, you know, it is, I guess, a little inappropriate for kids.
bit of a-
and this is supposed to be a
little bit of an homage there to the Death Star, the
swing.
swing and cross. Yeah,
Full circle. It's poetry. It rhymes.
those. Why do the skiffs have like industrial magnets to pick up droids, and why does it have two of them?
Yeah, just like so glad we have these.
What a convenience!
Like, oh, what do you know?
How did they come up? Did they? I don't know. It's
What do you
a
mean?
fantasy film. It's a fantasy film. Okay.
It's not that kind of movie, kid. Yep. So that was about 35 minutes, 36 minutes opening,
It's the first act of
just to get Han Solo and to kind of give some closure to this trilogy. You know, Boba Fett's dead, Jabba's dead. We just got introduced to him, but he's dead. Well, I guess canonically, no.
Well, also he is mentioned in episode 4,
Yeah, but I'm saying like canon-wise, I guess you see him, so it's like, okay, yeah, whatever.
but we've known about him since 4.
Right.
Like even take out special edition, like originally.
Mm-hmm. This is where the fun begins. Wait. Wrong trilogy. Yeah. This is the Emperor.
I like those guards. Obviously, they look very similar to the Senate guards.
They're definitely what the Praetorian Guards are modeled after, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Why is everyone not doing that? It's just Vader and the Admiral.
I'm always curious to know, too,
Who those diplomats are and why they're with
Yeah.
them.
like, yeah, what do they do?
Who are those guys with the blue jumpsuits with the
Yeah.
popcorn balls on their
Or
heads?
the Geek Squad. The tech crew of the Death Star. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going to want to take a firewall in this.
Yeah. We need some good Wi-Fi.
I guess. I can get us 400 megabits per second, but that's about the best I can do out here. Can you get us a little bit closer to the Coruscant system? There's like the Scout Troopers. Love that one. That's honestly one of my very favorite.
Scout.
Looks a lot like the ARF Troopers from Clone Wars, which I'm going to guess the ARF Troopers were based on them.
Probably, yeah.
Everything. That would be fully operation. It's like,
Yeah, that one line, yeah. That water's a little milky, don't you think?
I'm sure it's just water with some smoke over it that's been
Yeah.
doctored up in post.
I think, is it a year and a half that has passed since the last movie? And it's like suddenly Yoda's just completely decrepit and older, and, you know.
He's 900.
Yeah.
So
Give him a break.
Give him a break. I mean, that's how it happens to old people, old anything. It's like literally it's,
6 months. Yeah.
you're fine, and then it's just like downhill real fast.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Doesn't matter that his midichlorians are pretty high. Now, does his species live? That's a species thing, right? Because
What do you mean?
living to 900, that's not a Jedi thing or the Force. That's just the species.
Yeah.
Because the
Well-
child in the Mandalorian is 50.
Yeah. It's definitely a species thing. Because, I mean, I think Chewie's technically like 300 years old.
I know. Yeah, I knew Chewie was older.
At least a couple hundred.
I don't know. I don't know if it's 300. That might be a little high, but
No, I think he's I mean, I don't know. I know he's substantially older than
do you think he knows how to play that little flute?
like Mr. Tumnus from Narnia, just alone in his hut, just do or whatever the heck he plays. I need you. I mean, really? As strict as Yoda was in the last one, he's like, yeah,
It's
you're good.
whatever.
I mean, he is dying. He's like, shut up.
That I am a Jedi. Oh no, you're not. You got the Rona.
I guess he does. Look at his eyes, just like, oh.
No, he's just old.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's like literally you can be fine, and then it's just like
Does he have less hair right now than he has usually? Seems like even more wispy than usual.
It looked more or less like that in Empire. Now in the prequel trilogy, it's a little longer. There's a little bit more,
Yeah.
but
Can you imagine if Yoda had his cul-de-sac and like a ponytail, like he grew it out like some older guys do?
like even Evan,
Like in the prequels, they made him like a younger
like the one
look.
Jedi, Evan Peel, I think his name is.
Yeah, I think he has
You know,
that.
it looks a little like Yoda, but he's like
Pink.
more flesh colored.
Yeah.
And he has that weird ponytail. And he's missing the eye.
Uh-huh.
Hey, I'm gonna go pee real quick.
That's
You
fine.
Keep everyone talk about something. Talk about that little clay
No,
pot.
I'll take care of it. So Yoda's revealing. I guess we're talking about the Darth Vader revelation. Yeah. It's very similar words that Yoda gives to Anakin in episode 1. I think they might have had a early script where Luke was supposed to turn to the dark side, if I'm not mistaken. I think George wanted to have Luke turn, and I guess it was what's the guy's name, Caleb? I'm drawing a blank. The guy that wrote Empire.
Lawrence Kasdan?
Yeah, I think he was the one that was like, no, it has to be a kid's movie and a happy ending or something. Or I don't know, maybe it's vice versa. I don't know. I kind of dropped the ball back there when you left. I drew a blank.
It's okay.
I got too focused reading the subtitles.
It's fine.
Hey, he tells him to pass on what he's learned, but, you know.
Hasn't really learned anything.
Well, not to mention The Last Jedi. You know? There is another. So he said that twice now. But this time he explicitly says, you know, it's another Skywalker. Yeah. Luke's like, what?
It's Han.
It's Han. My brother.
What if he started to do that? And Leia...
It was like, Yoda comes back from the dead from his like, no, you idiot.
Or it's like... Chewie.
Chewie?
We're brothers.
Also, your inside serve you well.
What?
Chewie's his brother, the other Skywalker. He's adopted. Like what?
I bet there's a Wookiee somewhere that has Force abilities.
Maybe not canon, but there's
in Clone Wars, the micro series, isn't there one?
There might be
Wait,
one.
no, it's not.
I think
It's not. I'm thinking.
I want to say
there is a scene with Wookiees.
I want to say Chewie had a son in the expanded universe named Lobaka that had Force powers, or there might have been. I don't know. There might have been
the holiday special.
But I'm saying I think there was a Wookiee in the EU that had like a yellow lightsaber in the New Jedi Order. Looks like, why don't you tell me? What is wrong with you? Obi-Wan's like, well, during the script.
Owen?
I said Obi-Wan.
Oh.
He's like, well, you see, Luke, when Episode 4 was being written, it hadn't been decided yet. It just so happened to work out conveniently that we could twist it around and say, yeah, you know, it's from a certain point of view.
Man.
I feel like there's a lot of things this series is like that.
He's like, what?
From a certain point of view.
Oh, it's like, well, back in blah, blah, blah.
In The Rise of Skywalker, Luke reveals to Rey that both of them knew that Rey was a Palpatine. So it's like he's doing exactly what was done to him, you know?
Yeah.
Still good. That's what Padme says. They're still good in him. She called it, dude. She really did.
Or was Obi-Wan predicting what Padme would say?
What do you mean?
I'm kidding.
What? I can't kill my own father. If your dad turned into Darth Vader, would you be able to kill him?
Would I be able to, or would I?
You think you could do what Luke did and confront him and, you know...
I could try.
Do or do not? No. But I have no sister.
I don't want a sister.
You see, Luke, back in Revenge of the Sith. That hasn't been filmed yet or written.
Wait.
We dropped her off on Alderaan.
I've only had a slight, possibly romantic interest in one person. There's only one female. If my sister is someone who I know the whole... Oh!
Leia. I kissed her. Like
on the mouth.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's okay.
I'm sure immediately there were several people that were like, what?
There's someone who's like, but in Empire.
Yeah. I wonder why. Like, I feel like if I was George, I'd be like, well, I can't make it Leia because they've already had this romantic triangle thing going on between, you know, her and Han and
Mara Jade,
Luke. Yeah, but
Admiral Akbar, who did not get a good death. Talk about that later.
Oh yeah, yeah. He was just like thrown out into space. I wish he would have been like, it's a trap. Like just fly out.
That would have been stupid too, because that would have been like for the memes and the kids, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. What are those little aliens right there?
A prune face.
Is that what they're called?
The action figure is called the one with the eye patch is called Prune Face.
Ah. Boffin Spies. We're gonna make a Rogue 2. It's about how they got the Death Star plans.
How they got the Imperial lander and the
Rogue 2.
They got the landing code.
Many Bothan spies died to get us this information.
The only other woman. Who
I
only
guess
the only women in the original trilogy are
Leia.
Leia, Aunt Beru, and Mon Mothma.
Well, I mean, there's like minor background characters, but the ones that have speaking lines, yeah, it's very,
That's
very,
it.
very few. I definitely get why they chose to go that route for the sequel trilogy, making it more
I
of
thought
a
you were about to
focus.
say. I see why I went
No, no,
that
no,
route
no,
there.
no, no,
I thought you were
no.
talking about in this one,
No,
in
no.
this trilogy.
It's kind of shifted, in a new direction. You go from having hardly any characters that are female at all to that main one being female.
Too bad she sucks.
Oh, come on. No. I get why people don't like her, but, Hey, what do you think anybody put a special plan in this one? Like, wouldn't they go out of their way to design it this time?
Well, I mean, technically, they probably did, but right now it's just still open and exposed.
Yeah. It's like I feel like the one thing, like if they had a meeting, like a conference room with like Vader and Palpatine and other
Okay, this is
higher
this is what
elites.
we can't have.
We can't have some stupid exhaust port that if you send a torpedo down, it blows up.
It's
everything.
like that other
It's
guy
systematic.
we had. That other guy we had, Urso. Yeah, the guy
That
designed.
son of a. And then Luke comes in just at the time. I'm with you too.
My timing's perfect.
Yeah.
Hey, guess what?
You know that kiss we had back in last movie? Turns out,
It's incest.
That's yeah. Yeah, like honestly, dude, I keep saying
Are
it.
there
But,
any
like, I really
A-wing?
don't
This is
know.
the first time we see the A-wing.
Yeah, but I keep saying it, and I know we're joking about it, but it's like seriously though, why did George make that decision? It seems so odd because he really did create a weird, I don't know, bit of air about it. It's like really, it's just kind of odd.
Green screen.
Isn't that more of a matte painting? I guess.
No, look at the outlines like around their hair.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Not a scratch. And then I was like, I mean, the satellite might break off or something, but that's about it. I definitely like Lando's role in this movie. He kind of becomes like a
General.
mini Han in a way. He kind of becomes the pilot of the Falcon. You get to see him. You get basically see him return to his original ship.
At the end of Empire, it's like, wait a minute. Did you put on Han Solo's clothes? Because you remember, at the end he's wearing.
Yeah.
It's like, what did you do? Did you go back there and put his what?
I thought he wears it in this one too.
I had these. He doesn't do it in this one. He's
I
wearing
thought
that general's outfit the whole time.
Sure?
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
No, the
I
only
don't
time
know.
you see him wearing the Han
Yeah,
Solo outfit is at the end of Empire. And it's like, well, I mean, he's in carbon. We don't know if he's going to make it through. It's like, but you went in there and put it on.
Yeah. Yeah, wait a second. You put on Han's clothes. Yeah.
It's like, imagine someone goes missing and then you go into their closet and put their clothes on. I was like, what are you doing? It's like,
Yeah. Like, what the heck?
what, do you have some sort of weird, like fetish with him? What is going, what?
Yeah.
Why? The only thing I could think would be, okay, we're getting out of Cloud City. I don't have any clothes. My little blue loungewear is a little sweaty from
I think it's...
running around. It's like, well, I guess I'll just put on what I can, and we happen to be the same size.
Well, it seems to be kind of different, though. I don't know. Did he say something about Sullust right there?
I didn't see.
Ah.
Be an action figure of that guy.
He looks like he's definitely British,
Yes.
I don't know.
like everyone in the original Star Wars.
I guess the Imperial guys, they have a British look about them. I don't know.
It's an old code, but it checks out.
Yeah.
We know that voice.
I guess it's kind of a that line is like a top line of the movie.
It's an older code, but it checks out.
Yeah.
That one.
What even is the code? Is it like a Vader's cool 197?
8675309.
Vader's awesome. Some Facebook password from 2008.
Motorcycles are cool with a K. Fly casual.
That's another big line.
not-
Yeah. I don't know. Fly casual.
This whole scene
I
is
remember in Family Guy where like the
it's
ship,
like
yeah. Tide Dream, is that an element? The name of the ship? This is a little odd too, where it's like I know they hint at, him sensing.
Yeah, he knows.
I should have come on board. Han still doesn't believe in the Force, man. It's all in your head, kid. Is it? I mean, the dude pulled your blaster out of your hand last movie. I don't think it was with any strings.
Did he see Ben vanish?
I guess. You could definitely tell Peter Mayhew was under the costume there.
Yeah.
What do you think the most iconic line of Chewie's is? They look like Scoffy does. Didn't they combine a bear, like a lion, and something else to create the voice?
Just a few things. Why does he feel the need to wear that jacket? Why? It's like, do they have all those guys on there?
Isn't that Captain Rex right there?
That people have said that.
I think they confirmed it though. I want to say they confirmed it. I don't know. Maybe not. But I could have sworn I heard something where it's like, yep, it's confirmed now. That is Captain Rex. This wasp in this room it's gonna get squished eventually. It's just a matter of Anyway, let's get back to the movie.
I like those little helmets they have, like little caps, but they have.
I'm right. I always lost those helmets for some reason. The action figures would always lose them.
Means you didn't take care of your stuff.
Yeah,
I never lost.
It's not like I meant to. It's just sometimes it didn't fit well. And,
You can see Luke has the. I'll probably show him again. Has the Purina logo on his again.
What?
You don't remember how that one? It's the Purina dog food logo. It's like that checkered pattern.
Oh no, a stick. I have a gun, but I'm just gonna pistol whip him with it. Right, what was it? A punch? Oh, never mind.
And that guy has a gun too. I'm just gonna run away.
Yeah, go get help. Yeah, doing a little dance. Any problems other than because I want to kind of keep a tally of some things that are like. Ugh. So far, it's just that dance and Boba Fett's death.
Yeah, not much else is.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, the whole. Clearly, you didn't think about making Luke and Leia siblings at the beginning.
So yeah, we'll go ahead and put that as 3. But it's almost weird to think that they're not sisters at this point.
Sisters?
Brother and sister. Siblings. I started to say siblings
and it came out sisters.
But you know what I mean in the sense of it's such a big part of the series now. It's like, I mean, imagining them not is a little odd.
So now it's not a problem in this. It's a problem in Empire when you're like, ugh.
Yeah. Especially if you knew, like most people know that have never seen Star Wars that Darth Vader is
Luke's father.
yeah, and you have like Luke and Leia, they're twins, right? They're brother and sister. If you had never seen Star Wars and then you watched it, you'd be like, what?
I'm gonna try to keep that from my kid. Like I don't want him to know it all.
Yeah.
It's important. It's like, what order do you show your kid Star Wars?
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 7,
That's
8, 9.
it.
Do you like the special effects right here? You think it's sorry?
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I mean, it's 1983, so
Yeah.
I can give him a little bit of the benefit of the doubt.
This was definitely
Even though I will say I do think E.T. looks better.
what their special effects.
That was a year before.
I was gonna say that this movie is kind of following that reoccurring theme of all right, we have a different planet and it's different types of
We got desert, we got snow, we got
jungle,
forest.
yeah. Which is almost like because they did go that route, it's like every movie now has to have like, oh, we have some kind of new planet, you know.
We got the water planet. We got the lava planet.
Yeah.
And then the sequel trilogy, let's make them all desert but different.
I mean, that's pretty much it, yeah. I mean, you've got Jakku, Basana, Tatooine. I mean,
Crate is kind of
yeah.
What's the one in episode 9 where they go to that festival?
It's Basana.
It's Basana.
Yeah.
There's that one in Rogue One. There's that one in Rogue One that gets destroyed. That's a different desert planet.
It's more like it's almost more
canyony.
Well, not even that. I was gonna. Oh my god, like Caribbean maybe? No, not really. Tropical, perhaps.
No, the one where they go that Forrest Whitaker's on and the planet gets
destroyed.
Oh
yeah. I think it's called Jeddah. Maybe it's something that sounds like Jedi.
It is something like that. I think it is Jeddah.
Yeah, Jetty.
It's like just make them all desert but different.
I mean, Crate is almost like Hoth in a way. It's
Crate. I think that's like salt, right?
Well, yeah, it's salt, but it's almost like with it being the second movie and then being the trenches and the AT-AT things. It's like, dude, you just made Hoth basically a different rendition.
Except it's at the end of the movie.
Yeah, so it's different. Luke's like, I need my inhaler. Do you think if a Jedi has asthma, he could heal himself with the Force, possibly? Like, calm it?
Only Rey and the child.
Child being Yoda? Yoda thing?
Yeah. They're the only two that... Yeah. No, Rey could, for sure. No problem. Like, she wouldn't even have to think about it. I'm sure Luke could figure it out, but it would take him 3 movies.
Yeah. And then Wicked.
So, do they blink in this one, in this version?
I think so. Another
we'll see in a second.
Feature. Well, I guess here's the possible fourth complaint for sure, Ewoks. Which I think at this point it's not too bad. It's when they start upping the the blink. A little creepy.
Yeah, just leave it. I don't like that.
You know those creepy like Ninja Turtles that were in like the 90s, like, or just even in those movies, some of them had that weird like glazed look, like what are you gonna do to me kind of look, like just
no, these look worse when they blink because it looks like you see this CGI crappy wall come like in out. It looks terrible.
Yeah. So far it's not too bad with the Ewoks. Just it's just one. No big deal. But yeah, once they start kind of becoming these soldiers, it's like, well, really?
We're gonna take out the entire Imperial fleet with nothing but sticks and rocks. I was wondering, like, what is that she gives him? Is it like, it looks like a rice cake of some
I always imagine it as a saltine cracker.
Those big fingernails.
Yeah, he does have some rather thick fingernails. It's basically magic to him. Someone's like a dog with like a vacuum cleaner.
Our dog's
See,
not
look, it's
scared
just a
of the
vacuum cleaner. Just a helmet.
Take it.
Just drops it.
They're sort of like Native Americans, kind of. A little bit.
Well, I mean, I could see that in the sense of, you know, I mean, George kind of has a bad rep of modeling certain characters after
Stereotypes.
groups, yeah.
Watto.
Yeah, Watto's one. The Nemoidians are definitely one.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, to a certain extent, I could see someone saying that he might have modeled it after that, yeah. Well, I think in general, it's just kind of a primitive society, you know. They're almost kind of like the elves from Lord of the Rings. They're living in treetops, you know. So they don't have magic.
They're not eternal.
Yeah. Go get your ride. I like how they say it. Go get your ride, man. What if he would have shot Wicket right there? Yeah, I mean, like, he easily could have. You see him just, like, in agony, just that stormtrooper.
Ewokese is the official language of the Ewoks.
I guess it is. How much do you think he weighs?
70 pounds?
Yeah. He's pretty round. I mean, he's kind of waddling, you know.
I'm just trying to think, how much does Warwick Davis probably weigh? And then add another 15 pounds.
Yeah.
He's probably about
Sick
75
elevator.
pounds.
You think they got music in their elevators on the Death Star?
Dun, 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 dun.
It would have like a scene of like Darth Vader like, going up of like 127 floors of the Death Star. He's coming up from the cafeteria, and that's the bottom level.
This will be fully operational.
Yeah, that line is really weird. It's almost like he's undecided on what to do with those words. Like, very.
Is he trying to be threatening?
Is he trying to be mocking, like a mocking tone? You know, it's like.
Fully operational.
Yeah.
I've always thought it to be like threatening and looming and sort of haunting, like it's going to be fully operational and like that.
Yeah, it's just the delivery's a little
Wacky.
Yeah, it's a little weird. So again, we've got about 4 things. And we're like, yeah.
I do think this is the weakest of the original trilogy.
I think most people say that, yeah.
I still think it's the third best Star Wars movie.
I think so, yeah. I like how he has the roll just to... Like, what if it gets jammed every now and then? Oh, come on. Luke. Emperor.
I was thinking the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Chewbacca's... What?
Quit moving your legs like that.
Why?
It's making a noise. Anyway. It's Leia's helmet.
Chewie's gluttony's about to get the best of him.
Yeah. I like how 3PO still calls her Princess Leia. What do you think the animal is in this trap? It's like a turkey? It looks like some kind of...
Maybe it's an Ewok.
Maybe like a deer? A
Yeah,
deer
I think. Yeah, look at
Yeah,
look at that. Yeah, it's
yeah.
some sort of like deer.
I mean, it looks a little too much like a trap. It's almost like they should have known. And wait a second. Hold on. It wrapped them up. Where was the... obviously, like, for that to work, the mechanics of it, you'd have to see strings hanging from the trees.
Yeah.
So it's like, how did they not see the... Like, there would obviously be
Okay, that's
things,
5.
dangling things. You know what I mean?
That's the 5th one.
Yeah.
R2, where's that bit?
And watch, too. He just cuts one part, and they just
Also,
all fall through.
Yeah. He should really be cutting multiple... Yeah. I mean, that's... Look at that one just standing there in the corner. You see him
What
standing
was
there
that?
waiting. He's standing there waiting for the cue. Like, okay,
Yeah.
and go.
Oh my god.
That's
Interesting helmet or not
I'm
helmet.
trying to. They
But
have
it's almost like a Inca or Aztec
they have names.
helmet thing. Chewie's got the hairspray in. It's looking nice.
What's the?
What?
They have names. That one is like. I don't know.
I know there's Wicket, obviously.
There's Chief Chirpa, who is the.
I think that's Chief.
No. Chief Chirpa is like he's all gray and has like a brown headdress. And then there's Low Gray, who's the medicine man. He's the taller one that has the. He's tan and has like the stripes. And there's some of them called like Palo. I don't know, but
I think it is cool though.
I think that might be Chief Chirpa.
Even with the complaints of the Ewoks and like, okay, well, why are they here? I do like how they see C-3PO and
As
think
a
that
god?
he's because I mean, I think that would be apt to happen. Honestly,
I mean, a gold man. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think with any, like if you plop down C-3PO moving on his own and talking like he was in some ancient society, I mean, I think a good chance, an overwhelming chance would be like they'd probably see it as some kind of godly thing, you know? Technology in general would be that way. Like if we went back in time with like speakers and iPhones and stuff, like a car, you know, or an airplane.
Just go back there with a JBL blaring. Everybody's working for the weekend.
It's essentially the power of the gods. I like how someone set that in. Like somebody, it's against my programming to impersonate deity. Like, you know, if you guys in protocol droids, I mean, if they ever come across a primitive society, you know, like the Ewoks, it's important that you not act as if a deity.
It's also there's some languages he's not allowed to
Speak
translate.
like Sith.
How are they going to get them all across that way?
They drop C-3PO.
It's like we didn't see any of this
Before.
Yeah, it's like
Well, it's like it's kind of closed off, you know. It's not. It's just a little village, you know.
So are there more Ewoks on this planet, or is this it?
I'm sure there's more. They're kind of like the Gungans in a way.
Yeah,
Instead of down below, they're up
a
top.
lot more. That's Low Gray.
The little like
That-
bird
that
skeleton on his head.
Yeah, that he's like a medicine like Sherpa
Shaman kind of guy.
shaman guy. Yeah, not Sherpa, shaman. That's what I meant to say. The Sherpas are like navigators.
Did you ever have an action figure that had the chair of that?
I did.
Yeah, I did too. He's embarrassed. Yeah, and it's kind of interesting too that they're while they are so cute and cuddly, basically, it's like here they are trying to eat them.
Well, they're carnivores.
I wonder why they chose not to do that to Leia.
Probably because Wicket was like, "Hey guys, she's good.
She
She's
helped
with me."
Yeah. Yeah. Do you think they've eaten humans before, the Ewoks?
Maybe they don't seem to have anything that would be like, "Oh, this is." I think if they had, you think they would take some of their stuff. Also, why would they be cooking them with their clothes on?
Well, I mean, yeah. It's almost like they've done it before, though. Like, yeah, these guys taste
they've
good.
definitely cooked meat before.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it kind of takes away from the them being like teddy bears in a way. It's like, oh, this is ridiculous. We're so
They're literally about to eat Han Solo.
Yeah.
I
Luke's
don't know,
rolling his
I don't know
eyes in
why
the back of his head.
Luke's falling asleep. Luke's like, oh gosh.
Take his sleep, to go to sleep. Oh my God, magic! It's waddling away. Got that silver
Clearly
leg.
see the silver leg. I was just, yep.
I mean, I wonder if they have any mythology, like some kind of religion that talks about a golden person,
I mean,
and that's why they're like, oh my God, it's Jesus Christ. I mean, it could be that. It could be that for them.
I mean, they do have the medicine man, so he must be doing some sort of
shamanistic, rituals or something like that.
Like how when they show her kiss Han Solo, they're like, "Oh!" Like they
do you think they have books and stuff, like a written language? Obviously, they communicate, but
I don't think so. I bet their hands can't really hold on to that stuff.
Well,
I mean, they're able to tie stuff. They built all this, obviously.
They like computers?
No.
Yeah.
I've always felt bad for these guys who are like,
"Come on, man, let me in, please." A little bit of oral tradition,
Yeah. Sure.
Telling stories.
This is the story of Star Wars.
Like that one, he's just like smoking a pipe.
They did this. They said, this is the story of Star Wars. Let's start with part 4.
This is the story of Star Wars.
Or C-3PO is actually saying the events of 1, 2, and 3, but
no one knows.
But only the Ewoks and R2 can understand them.
R2's like,
or R2 probably can't understand them. Yeah, and so like Luke is like actively listening there.
I mean, here's kind of what I'm questioning right now is if they're sort of unregistered or this primitive society that is only on Endor, how is the records of their language? How does a protocol droid from the Republic days?
That's what I'm saying. I think there's probably, I mean, the Force. This moon is pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's other ones somewhere. This is just this tribe has not been in contact.
Yeah.
Like I think there are more of them on this planet. This is just this one tribe and village.
It's kind of like the same thing in Rise of Skywalker. It's similar to this in that, they have that necklace and they're like, "Yep, we ran it through the test. And
we knew exactly what this."
Well,
I mean, they knew what that was because C-3PO knew. Like, this is the festival of whatever. It only happens every 47 years.
Yeah.
Like that.
Which does bring a question of like, okay, if they don't have the internet, they're quote unquote a primitive society. How is there records about them? Unless somebody went down as like some kind of, I don't know, researching them or something like that.
It's not 40. It was 42 years, right?
I don't know.
I think it was. Well, it was how many ever years ago the first Star Wars was?
Yeah, it was like a nod of that. Yeah.
So that would have been 42.
Let's talk about this part. This part's a little weird. Do you remember your mother? Just a little bit. It's like, really?
Gee, that when I was very young.
It's like
minutes.
Yeah. I mean, tell me. Which again, it's like, I just feel like if I was George, I would pay attention to these moments. One of the number one things you'd want to make feel seamless is just the continuity of it. Okay, does this fit in with the overall story? And if you're going to put in, with this already being established, you're going to put in the death of Padme like that in 3? Like, okay.
Well, Leia's like, I remember her just a little bit. I don't remember mine at all.
Yeah.
It's the same woman.
At the same time, too.
Also, isn't Luke born first?
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess the answer would be the Force. kind of like what we said in A New Hope, and I think Empire. We were making jokes about that. Well, probably all these movies we've been making jokes.
Yeah, that's the answer. Is the Force.
How does that? Oh yeah,
Turn
the
that fan
Force.
on.
Yeah.
It's getting a little hot in here.
Oh yeah. He's telling her she's the only hope, which she's never demonstrated anything so far to suggest that she's, force sensitive. Yeah. Which she technically is. And, of course you can think, okay, well, when Darth Vader was interrogating her in episode 4, well, what was going on with that? Why didn't Vader sense anything or anything like that, So, you have that power too. Did they rip this line from or for the
I'll tell you what, the one thing I do like about Solo
is that part where he's like, "What's your name?"
No, not that part. No. How there's really it has nothing to do with there's pretty much none that has to do with force sensitivity.
I guess so, yeah.
Because even in Rogue One, I want the Force with me. It's like there's so much. I thought the ability to use the Force was rare in Star Wars or uncommon, and so then it's like all these is like, well, I'm also Force sensitive. So am I.
What?
Yeah.
I see what you're saying.
And it's like really?
It's supposed to be this like endangered species almost, and you have sprinkled
like,
throughout so many different ones, like in Rebels or whatever.
Yeah,
and other pieces here and there, or like Jedi Fallen Order guy, whatever his name was. Had these powerful Jedi that just no one talks about except for this focused story.
It's like I'm force sensitive. I'm force sensitive. It's like in the movie Spartacus. I'm a Jedi. I'm a Jedi. I'm a Jedi.
Well, they're not technically Jedi.
Well, I'm force sensitive. I'm force sensitive.
Yeah.
Some could argue Han Solo's force sensitive.
How does he fly so good? Yeah.
Anakin was a pilot.
I like how Han's kind of pissed. Is that how you could tell? Your boyfriend? Huh? He's my brother. Oh.
What if Han and Luke were brothers and they were fighting over Leia? What if that was the story?
I mean that's happened before, in
history.
Well, yeah, it's like two brothers, ruin their brothership over
brothership.
I guess, yeah.
Brotherhood.
Yeah, okay. That's a neck.
It's brotherhood and relationship.
Yeah, strategy. That's all I can say.
Brothership.
I just combined. Yep.
I got a real strong brothership.
Yeah, well, me and my brother, good brothership. Fellowship. I don't know, dude. It was a mistake.
How the heck did they get an AT-AT down there?
That long cord. Did they even use that for the Battle of Endor, or is it just ATSTs?
It's just ATSTs.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this is the only one we even ever see on Endor. Is this one? I like how we see them, how they board onto it, and we see inside of an AT-AT.
Yeah,
that's cool. Did Luke turn himself in?
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, turn himself in. There's a lot of turning yourself in this movie. Like, let's just go inside and basically.
We gotta infiltrate it somehow.
Yeah. I guess it worked out in the end. The Force. Oops.
Hey, Dad. What if he came out of the AT-AT and was like, "Hey, Dad." Don't point that at me. He accidentally sets it off.
It's like, son.
I want to see my son with my own
There's
eyes.
really... I've killed younglings.
Excuse me?
I like he doesn't address. He's just like, "Yep, you constructed a new lightsaber here.
What
I
has
see.
what has your mother been telling you?
She's dead. You killed her."
It's like, good work.
Want to go through the football, Dad?
It's like, you built this all by yourself?
Proud of you, son. Han's like, "Yep, you construct a lightsaber. Indeed, you are powerful."
No, it means I'm a craftsman.
Yeah.
There are plenty of idiots who can build a table.
Yeah.
There are some smart people that build tables. If you're out there listening and you build tables, you're one of the smart ones.
It's kind of interesting how Anakin's turn to the dark side was pretty sudden. It was kind of instantaneous a little bit.
And Luke is like...
Well, what I'm saying is like his return to the light side is kind of sudden as well. It's kind of like...
he doesn't really think, he sort of feels. He's more of a... He does stuff based on feeling and not logic.
Well, but I mean, think about this though. If that is the case, there is nothing in between episode 3 and 4 episode 3 and 6 that might have made him turn if he's so much on a whim, you know?
The cloudness of the dark side.
Like cloudiness?
Yeah.
Cloutness?
You know, it's just the...
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Chewy with that.
Kidding.
Do you think Chewie ate that animal after everything was
Yes.
said and done? Okay. Just kind of thinking he did. It feels like a basketball court. It's kind of like, dude, you go get the ball. And then it goes off.
Gotta go down that elevator shaft.
It's like, you're on the air ball, dude. Go get the ball. Yeah, the eyes look so unsettling, man.
Oh my God, they're just teeth, and then every now and then the tongue will poke them, just like...
It looks like that Ninja Turtle, the creepy Ninja Turtle. It really does.
The creepy Ninja Turtle.
Yeah.
Oh, like the live action movie Turtles.
Yeah. It's kind of cool seeing the fleet. How old is the Falcon supposed to be? Because it seems, I mean, they obviously make jokes of like, okay, it's a piece of junk. And it's like they're still using it 30 years even after this movie, and it seems to be holding up really well. What year model is it, you think? Do they ever explain, like, obviously with, I guess, the canon, the lore, they have a dating system, right? So they say,
yeah,
like...
it's... BBY is before Battle of Yavin.
Yeah, I mean, that's for, like, you know, writers and fans to, I guess, go with. But, like, what do you think they use in the actual...
Like, canonically, what do they use? I don't know.
Yeah, like, what would they say? You know, like, in the year such and such, the Jedi, you know, Order 66 commenced or whatever.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I know there's, like... It's like, this would take place in... What, like 3 ABY?
I guess so, yeah. It'd be about maybe 4. I don't know.
Because between 4 and 5 is about a year, right? And then between 5 and 6... Oh, no, I think between 5 and 6 is only like 6 months. So it would only
It's something short,
It would only be around 2 ABY after Battle of Yavin.
Yeah.
And then it would be like... It'd be like 32 ABY for Force Awakens.
It's almost like Wicket pulls a Forrest Gump here. In that it's
That's
like,
not Wicket, though, but...
Is it?
No. The headdress is not it.
In that it's like, oh, he's just doing this random thing. But there's like this weird intelligence behind it that achieves something greater. I don't know. You know, it's always kind of odd too. It's like, why do they, if they're going on like basically a battle, right? They're on a mission to infiltrate the Empire. Why are they bringing R2-D2 in the protocol droid? Like, what need
Well, I
of...
mean, I understand them bringing R2. He can get into doors and stuff.
Well, I guess C-3PO came in handy with translation. But other than that, he's kind of just a distraction. And he also sticks out in the jungle.
How does he know how to
the
do it?
forest.
It's like,
Yeah.
this is stupid. Also,
Gotcha.
There's Captain Rex.
Yep. I'm pretty sure they said that was canon. I don't know.
See, that guy's like, oh man, dang it.
Yeah.
See him standing out there,
He's like, man,
his arms crossed. He's like,
I'm getting fired. You can kind of see like the little stuff
you can
around
totally
the Death Star.
see it. Yeah, that's where it was put in post.
It's like a hexagon almost.
It's like the elevator, ding. Like it's like you're on.
I wonder. Yeah, it's like they climbed more flights or levels. They just sat there in silence. Do you think they said anything?
I bet it was pretty quiet.
It looks like, I miss you, Dad.
So,
Where were you in my childhood?
It's like, so, how's the Death Star coming along?
It's coming along. Yeah, it's pretty good.
I see you've spent a lot of time on it. Oh, it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good.
Yeah, it's coming in nice. Yeah.
Young Skywalker.
So, this guy that we're gonna meet is your boss? What's your title? What's his title?
Good old Palpatine.
Watch any good movies lately? No, I haven't. No.
He almost looks less decrepit than he does in Revenge of the Sith. I guess because the wounds would be fresh,
Does this look,
so to speak.
does episode 9 kind of ruin all this?
Yeah, I think so. For sure. I think it really does. Because in a way, it's like, yep, he's just going to come back, you know?
It's like all this means nothing.
To a certain point, yeah. I mean, think about it, though. It's like, it does. It takes that sacrifice away a little bit,
Yeah.
for sure.
I think the sequel trilogy completely ruins all 6 Star Warses that came before it.
You think so?
No.
I mean, yeah.
Definitely hurts it.
I think it hurts this one the most.
Because this
But
one's
this-
already sort of like the conclusion.
Like, at this point in the timeline, if Sidious pulled back his hood, would it be bald, do you think? Or would he still have hair? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think you'd still have a little hair.
You know how gross that would look? It was just bald and just a pale
Wrinkled.
raisin. Yeah.
The shield generator.
Your best troops still suck. I got killed by...
Here we go. The flash be quite operational. Yeah.
I'm afraid the deflector head will be fully operational. I like how they're just like, oh, like they don't have anything on them. It's just like, come on, go, get in the gore. It's like,
Yeah. Ah, crap. No. Master Skywalker. There's too many of them. Yeah. Can you imagine if they pulled like Attack of the Clones and C-3PO was given a gun? Like, freeze, rebel scum. Han's just like, catch!
How deep and wide is this thing? Because like it looks like just a little shack.
Yeah.
That's cool. I was like into the trailer for the VHS tape.
It's like, oh, sick.
You can still see the little bit right there where
Knee and nub What's his species name? Is he a Sullust or something like that?
Something like that.
My favorite part is that one guy who's like, ah, and he crashes into the Super Star Destroyer.
Like how Wedge's red leader.
Where's Porkins at?
He's dead.
Yeah, I know. Like, this is his son, Pork Rind. I can't believe they actually named him freaking Porkins. I don't know, it's crazy. Pull up. Wait, is it coming up?
Here it comes.
It's coming.
Dun, 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 dun. It's right here.
Another line. Whoa, you can notice a lot of the area around the TIE fighters and stuff.
It's a weird... The helmet for the B-Wing is odd.
What do you mean? It's just kind of...
Is that when it like loops around underneath the neck, but the eyes are covered?
Yeah. I mean, it's not, you know...
There's only one person on both Death Star attacks. That's Wedge.
Who's like, what?
And of course, he knows. Yeah, it's like
Knows what? What he's thinking?
he knows what he's. Yeah, he knows he's gonna. It's almost like in 7, which I don't want to ruin 7. I don't want to spoil 7.
You mean 8?
No, the movie 7.
Oh. Yeah, don't do that.
Okay, because there's some things. There's some.
I mean, it's...
The movie came out in 1995.
Just stop. I haven't seen it.
Oh, you haven't seen it?
Anyway, yeah.
Oh.
It's weird how they kind of copy this scene twice in the next couple of movies, you know?
8.
Yeah, and then definitely in 9 it's kind of like this as well. Especially 9, because you got like... Well, I guess 8 as well, because Snoke makes Rey watch basically what would be the destruction of the Resistance, and Palpatine is the same thing in 9. So it's like, you know...
It's really not that many troopers, honestly. Look, you see how they have the one in the scout uniform?
I didn't see that.
You see that? I've never noticed that. Look, right there. See, he has his helmet off and his hands on his head.
No.
I mean, you can't see him now, but... Maybe they'll show
Well, they
him
just
again.
blasted C-3PO.
Right there! Oh, you couldn't see him. He's to the right.
So you see there's a scout
It's
trooper
a
without
scout
a-
trooper with his helmet off. You can kind of see his head right there. He's got still has the black, like...
Yeah. Are they taking him as prisoner?
I don't know. He was there. He was... Yeah. Almost like he was like a traitor or something.
Hmm.
Or a... Interesting.
It's the Horn of Gondor. They just all pop out.
They just... The soldiers... They really should just be able to go... Just,
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, that's 5.
they're not
So, what do we
firing...
got so far? We got the dance is 1. It's like the not good things.
Boba Fett.
Luke and Leia's revelation thing. It's a little odd. 4 was, what, the Ewoks being primitive? Oh, the rope thing. We said, like, oh, that's 4.
Oh, yeah, the rope.
And
Yeah.
I guess Ewoks taking over.
I thought the rope was 5.
I think we've said this before, but I think this would have been so much better with Wookiees.
Yeah.
And I know why they didn't do it, but it's like, I think people could have looked past everything and just put Wookiees in here. I think they could have still achieved a primitive society and Chewie being, I don't know, a genius of Wookiees or something, or just one that's, you know...
Also, that's a glider. That means he came from somewhere up high, and he's just going like straight across. It's like, where did you get that propulsion to?
What do you mean?
The guy on the glider. It's like that's a glider. That means he came from somewhere up high or far away and came in is going down. But he's just going like he's going as fast as a speeder bike, just like this, just like straight, just like I don't know. Was this the one where they showed the dead one?
Yeah, they kind of have like a little moment of sadness, of silence.
And then
It's just...
in Family Guy, they it eats it.
What do you mean? What?
In Family Guy, the two that die.
Oh, they eat it?
The one, you know how he like the one dies. He's like, huh, well, in Family Guy, he goes,
What?
starts eating them.
Wow.
Bleep boop.
Has Leia got shot yet? I kind of
No.
missed. Okay. I was just throwing rocks at it, man. Ow! What the heck? Jeez, guys.
They should, yeah. They should have been doing that to begin with.
I mean, I'm sure they have some kind of radar, like thermal
Yeah. It's like, well, there's some life form over here.
detection. I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot that I don't like about this movie. It's just little things like, little nuisances, but it's nothing that outright ruins the movie. Like if he would have introduced midichlorians.
I wish Wedge was in 7 and 8, and more than a cameo in 9. You can definitely see like the squares of.
I wonder if they fixed that with the 4K.
I don't know. I'll have to check.
I don't know how they'd fix it. Well, actually, you never know.
You could definitely clean it up a little bit, make it a little darker, make the lines a little bit
Yeah.
closer.
I think this is the part where that one guy is like, and he crashes in. Like I guess it's the bridge
Yes.
of the Super Star Destroyer.
The fully armed and operation the battle station.
Oh, he looked cross-eyed there for a moment.
Gross mouth.
Just a little click. Yeah. Fire. So they hold on.
What?
They use a planet killing.
Laser to hit one ship.
Like, couldn't they just blow up the Forest Moon of Endor? Just be like, yep, all those people down there are done. We'll just go regroup somewhere else.
I'm about to say they have crew down there, but I think the Empire is not past.
Well, I don't think Palpatine would be like, oh, the life we must,
Yeah, but they have. But also, if they did that, the shield generator would go down, and also we've seen there's obviously some sort of like a ring and like a pushback when a planet is destroyed. We saw it with Alderaan.
Yeah, I think that's kind of interesting.
We saw it with the first Death Star. So that means if they did that there, the Death Star would probably be knocked back in the wave. So
I think
there's a reason they didn't just do that.
Yeah, I kind of like how the Moon of Endor is kind of it's like they're tied to it or tethered to it. Of like that's what's giving them the shields, which seems kind of odd, but it does create a kind of a unique situation. That wasn't before in the first Death Star. R2-D2 is essentially having a seizure, I guess.
Was all that in the original, or was that some stuff added there?
I'm sure something was added, some kind of gadget. I like when Han, he does this and it closes another door, and he's like, "Oh, crap." Oh no. He's dead. The Ewok. It's kind of sad. I cried the first time I saw this part.
Did you really?
No. You said you cried at Revenge of the Sith, right?
Yeah, I did.
Wow. I mean, the casualties for the Ewoks would be pretty high.
Their charge rate is significantly shorter. I mean, they just got another one out.
It's probably because it's not as powerful,
That's true.
It's probably like,
But also, the Death Star, I guess the laser is fully operational.
Yeah. It's just not quite planet killing yet. No.
Yeah, that's the
I'm
B-wing
hit.
helmet. It's a weird.
Where's Porkins? I mean, let's say an asteroid hit that glass. Yeah, it's like some kind of special space glass, you know?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's probably at least 10 inches thick.
Yeah. It's interesting how Vader's been completely quiet this entire time. And you know how it keeps cutting back and forth, back and forth?
Yeah.
Like, I wonder how many bouts of silence it's been. They're just like, yep. I can feel. Why does Palpatine want to die so much? You think he's just that dedicated to the...
prove a point.
Well, you do have that thing in, you know, I guess it's The Rise of Skywalker where, you know, he's... I don't know.
And to prove a point, have him.
Well, no, I was going to say
dark side.
the whole thing with, you know, Palpatine wanting Rey to strike him down to enter her body as a vessel, if that makes sense. So, yeah. Which I doubt that was... Maybe in canon that's his thinking, but yeah, I doubt it. I mean, he has no need for a vessel. He's alive. Completely. But yeah. I mean, couldn't he just beat him up? I mean, they do have like sticks and stones and stuff. Like, yeah, we're just going to take it over and drive it around.
Do they understand how to pilot and navigate that?
I guess they do, yeah.
I guess Chewie's going in.
It's their first encounter with advanced technology, and they just master it right away.
It's like Rey with the Force.
Imagine an Ewok Jedi.
I'm sure there's been at least one.
Probably fan art.
Maybe not canonically, but
I'm sure there's some fan art.
yippee! Now this is pod racing.
That one had a blaster. I mean, if they could figure out at ATST how that works, I mean, they could definitely pick up fallen soldiers' guns and start using those. Can you imagine just like a giant array of just Ewoks with
guns.
blasters? Yeah.
Well, they're not afraid to kill. Also,
Yeah. You know how they have all the helmets at the end of the movie?
yeah.
What do they do with the bodies? Burn them, or do the
them.
Ewoks eat them?
I bet they eat some of them.
Like they served them up to the rebellion, but they didn't know it was honest.
We got a feast for you guys.
Oh, thanks.
Do
Everything
you know
looks
how
great.
perfectly that would have to line up?
Yeah. Little trip. Oh no.
Like Scooby doing noises like brum, 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 brum.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh crap. I like his face. You're just like, meh.
Whoa.
Oh no, Leia. They're just weird. Like the continuity of what happens to you when you get shot by a blaster is kind of, it sort of strays. You know, it's like, oh, it's almost like it's cauterized.
Call
and
back.
Sequel trilogy, it's blood. What did she say? Oh, she said, I know. Yeah.
Know.
It's poetry. It rhymes.
A circle. Like a planet. Like a star. Wars.
Star Wars. You see how I connected that?
Get it? Star Wars. Because there's... See, I didn't call it Star Wars because it's a war in space. I call it Star Wars because it's all poetic.
Is this the best fight of the original trilogy? I think so.
It's the most choreographed.
That was a cool little flip. It almost seemed kind of
like
he was attached to a wire. Yeah. Let the hate flow through you.
Rise.
What if Luke's like, all right, where to go fist?
He said Obi-Wan's taught you well. This is the second time he's told him that.
Yeah. He taught me nothing with the lightsaber. I mean, what did Obi-Wan really teach him, though?
That the Force is a thing.
and that he can the little training droid. That's about it.
He's like, use your feelings, trust it. That's all he basically. That's all
Turn
his-
your radar off.
It's
Turn the machine off, the computer.
all he really taught him. Most
What
of
if
his
Luke's like, I want to, let's do a fist fight.
bam, 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 bam.
Start.
Vader would win. I mean, he would punch his helmet and be like, ah.
Or Luke could punch his like the apparatus on his chest and then mess up his breathing. What?
What?
I think it was just then that there was that backflip he did that was quite obviously just a front flip done backwards, you know, that just reversed. I think the coolest part is coming up with when he
Knocks
You know
us
when-
down.
no yeah, when he knocks it down and then Luke kind of has like this moment where he's hidden and Vader talks to him about he's like your sister.
Oh, it's like in the dark.
Yeah, when the music kicks in really good right there, it's a good combination. It's a good part.
Good, Anakin, good.
Kill him. Yeah.
Kill him now.
You think Sidious is trying to secretly replace Vader?
He would definitely not be.
He wants someone
opposed to
without a breathing problem, essentially, I guess.
it. Some young blood.
I guess.
Because Darth Vader is, at this point,
Yeah, how old is he? Yeah. I mean, I think he's like late 40s, probably early 50s.
let's say, okay, in episode 1, he's 10 or 9. He's 9, right?
9 in episode 1.
And then he's
Did you
9.
see episode 10? No, episode
No.
1, he is 10.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then episode 2, he's 19.
Yeah. And then about 24 or so in
And then-
Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, because
And about 20 years go by between 3 and
I think
4.
it's 18 between 3 and 4.
It's about 19.
Okay.
Anyway. I think that would make him about 47, 48, somewhere in that window.
In the first one or here?
And this right here. Yeah, I like this part. The lighting's good. Although it's like
I don't know what those
the
little
lights.
things-
Hang
what
on,
are
the lightsaber would definitely be lighting it up a little bit more. Like you don't see any light going off of Vader's
Yeah.
costume, you know. So it's kind of odd, but
Give yourself to the dark side.
looks like that kid in the closet just hiding from.
Looks like a horror poster, kind of.
Yeah,
Also, that hint of blue.
he's playing hide and seek.
But Dad.
He's scared. Yeah. Your sister.
So, you have a twin sister.
He's just now figuring that out.
Yeah,
After
you've
21
literally been after being basically told it. After having that conversation twice, once with Yoda, once with your actual sister.
Well, think about this as well. It's like we talked about this in the Revenge of the Sith commentary, where it's like, you know, with Padme being pregnant, like he couldn't sense life forms, at least one, you know, and in that it's force sensitive,
Yeah.
and then you know, he couldn't tell that Leia's.
I mean, if his midichlorians are the level Qui-Gon detected, he should be able to know.
the shots.
It's good stuff.
This part's good. Yeah.
Music is very good right here.
Yeah. I like this little bridge they end up at.
It's getting very aggressive.
It's setting up the whole throw Palpatine over the side.
It's like there's actual kind of hatred.
no.
Not again.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Good.
Kill him. Kill him now.
I mean, technically, yeah.
Fulfill your destiny. You know it.
He tapped into the dark side, and it's almost the only reason why he won that little battle.
And look at his hand like, how could I?
Well, no, I think I always saw that as like he's looking at his hand of like I could easily become what my father is. Like I'm
'cause
already like a glimpse
Oh,
of him.
he doesn't know that he has a prosthetic hand.
Well, yeah. Well, I think he probably realizes that because I mean Obi-Wan says he's more machine than man now. So it's like, you know.
But still, though, it's like, it's a mirror. It's like looking in a mirror.
Well, that seemed to be telling us as like Luke's internal thoughts of like, crap, like that's me almost. I could easily become what he is.
He did what his father
I'll
couldn't.
never join you.
He told me you killed him.
You turned her against me. No.
That explosion is too big. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
For
a little
what
bit.
for all that is, it's too much. That planet would be on fire.
I mean, not the plant. I mean, like the surroundings.
A
Yeah.
large section would be on fire.
Was that the famous laugh of Nia Nub?
Yeah.
You will be destroyed. Hot, hot, hot.
Oh.
Oh, my cavity, my feelings.
Oh, because metal.
Yeah. I mean,
Have
he. Yeah.
the obvious symbolism of the white on the inside of the dark clothes.
You think that's what it's trying to portray?
Oh, yes.
Just that little glimpse of the light side?
That's being light on the inside. Because it's all black until he faces it, and then it comes undone and it's light on the inside.
I think it could be one of those situations where the curtains are just blue. You know
No,
what
I
I mean?
think George has said that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think.
Well, you see, the magic part about this scene is that the white collar being out turned to white is a symbolism.
Yeah, that
My
he had
cavities.
It's
My feelings.
it's about Vader being light on the inside.
He looks very mean.
The Emperor
Yeah.
needs some sleep.
Yeah. And some dental work.
Just get him taken out at this point.
Just get some veneers.
Why does it look like he's like covered in dust right there?
Yeah, I've never really asked myself that question.
I don't think Luke would be alive anymore, honestly, after that.
Yeah. Well, think about this too. If the lightning in Episode 3 ruined Sidious's face, why is
it not
Luke
doing that to
completely fine? Like at least his body, like his. Did they add the no? I think this is the no one. Or no. The scream, I guess.
No. It's the part is when Darth Vader's looking back where he goes,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
no. That was added. Not the scream.
I guess this is a like. Oh, look, the Force Ghost is escaping, or the spirit of Palpatine is still there. He did it.
He killed the Emperor for good.
Oh wait. Yeah.
See you again in 30 years.
Vader's last words like, he's not
Dead. Looks like what?
like, I wonder what he meant by that.
I want to know what the paperwork is like for the construction of this.
Like Palpatine sat down and negotiated like a good
Like a contract.
signed it, Sheev Palpatine. Yeah, I mean, had to come to fruition somehow.
I mean, something that big, that's not like just... You would need more than the Empire for that.
It's almost like, where's the funding coming from, too?
These people are not doing this pro bono.
It's all just volunteer work. Well, you got the materials, you have the labor. There's the equivalent of Porkins, I guess. I don't know. Yeah.
Beep.
What?
What Nine Nub just did. He's like, his mouth was beep. And there goes the shield dish.
It's a trap. I don't think that guy has fallen into the thing yet. The guy that crashes into the Super Star Destroyer. I think it's right here. He's like, ah.
Let's try it.
That looked a little too small, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, the A-Wing is definitely not... Also, how does...
immediately just
fly through the bridge, take the entire.
Well, I guess if the
super-
controls were there, it's like it could easily just like, oh, it switched to down.
They don't have some other override or some other way to control somewhere else just in case the bridge is ever compromised.
Yeah.
Again, not trying to crap. It's just like we've been talking about this movie
Yeah,
for.
I mean, I've never sat down and like actually dissected, and this is a very like just dumb. This is very unintelligent like dissection.
We've
of this
been
movie.
trying to.
Like,
We've been trying to talk about Return of the Jedi for 2 hours now.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like the helmet's half on right now, like the top piece. You see that?
Yeah.
It's just kind of like on.
okay, guys,
it's like
we gotta do another take.
like a little kit. Yeah, that might actually be what it is.
I'm sure that's that. It's like okay.
Just let me look at you without the orange filter. Because I mean, in Revenge of the Sith, that's what it is. It's like an orange.
It's like a red, orange. Yeah.
Didn't they CGI out the eyebrows
Yes.
of Sebastian?
Sebastian Shaw.
Sebastian, I think that's a Marvel guy.
That's Sebastian Stan. As the
Oh, yeah, you're right.
actor.
He almost has like a cone head in the movie Coneheads,
A little bit, yeah.
and some of the injuries on his head. It's like that happened in the Revenge of the Sith. That you know what I mean?
It's like that's what Darth Vader looks like.
Yeah. Hayden, what happened? It's a little hot, George. Yeah. When I was a kid, I thought that what he said there was when he says you were right, I thought he said you've arrived.
You've arrived at me.
You've arrived. I was like, what are you talking about?
Tell your sister. Well, who's my sister?
Well, technically Padme was right.
There's still good in him.
Yeah. She called it, man. I wonder if he's thinking about Padme at all.
Not right now.
He's lost the will to live. And I think he's deprived of all oxygen in this case.
I mean, he's out of the suit and he was already kind of hurt.
Yeah. Which, I mean, that would have been kind of interesting if he would have survived.
You don't think there's a stormtrooper like, hey, what are you doing here? Lord Vader!
Yeah. Like some kind of Ben Solo thing where he goes and helps just, I guess, finish off the Empire, you know?
Yeah. It's like one shot, whole thing's gone. No defense whatsoever.
So who I guess it was Lando that fired the shot this time?
Wedge shot that first one.
Go, 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 go.
Let's just say it was both of them.
Hurry, hurry, hurry. Make it out just in time. It was a crap, the whole place is falling. Oh, just in time.
Just in time.
That's, yeah. I mean, it's the effect, you know? It's that tension.
Also, if it's still coming in from the inside like that where they are, how is it already busting out the sides somewhere else? If it's a sphere, that would be the middle. That means it's all spread out the same.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeehaw.
Yeah.
See, look, okay, right there. Do you see anything falling down to the nearby planet? That looks like dust.
What's that?
Well, I guess there is debris.
Like it's,
I don't know, but in Rise of Skywalker, though, the only reason why I'm saying that is because
It's
like, it is like
it's
a
like- it's like-
substantial piece.
Yeah.
In fact, one of the most important pieces and memorable pieces.
of the Death Star.
Iconic.
The piece that makes you know it is the Death Star.
Yeah, it's like, oh, what do you know? The turret is there. And the throne room. It's like, oh, the chair is perfectly fine. What are you talking about? It's almost like they're playing with like the love triangle that was.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I mean, I don't know. You all right? Fine. He's pouting.
He's like, oh my gosh.
You idiot. How do you not know? I was like,
What?
He's like, ew.
That means Wait a minute. And he's kissing her and it's like, ew.
I mean, he is kind of like, it's almost, he's like, that's weird. But he's also like, hey.
He's my brother-in-law.
Yeah.
We're all related.
But he's also like, there's no more competition, I guess. Because that's what he sees it as, essentially.
And this is our son.
Wicked. Yeah, they could have adopted him.
It's Ben's stepbrother.
Yeah, adopt Wicket. Can you imagine that? Wicket solo.
No.
Kind of like Rey takes over the name of Skywalker.
It's like,
there's a lot of...
You know his full name is Wicket W. Warwick.
Yeah.
So I was like, Ray who? Ray Warwick. What?
You see like Wicket, the Force Ghost in the background of Rise of Skywalker.
Okay,
No.
so that means he took the helmet and put the helmet back on.
Yeah, he would have to. There's no word.
I'm so alive. Oh,
Yeah.
it burned.
Not again.
Not again.
Yeah. But Luke, he's got like his AirPods in, so he can't hear.
He's
him.
turning around.
He's
Like,
listening to the victory
he's-
celebration.
He's turned around, taking like a moment of silence.
Yeah.
I do like this inclusion of showing like the celebration across the.
So
that's not a bad.
Bespin was already in there, right? And this part was probably already in there.
I don't know.
That was definitely added for sure. Because I mean,
Naboo,
Gungans.
yes.
I do. Yeah, I'm kind of with you. I kind of liked that they did that.
Coruscant was definitely added.
Yeah. If you notice, there's one part where there's a statue that falls down. I think it's right there. You see where the fireworks is blue? I think it's a statue of the Emperor, and it falls.
Oh.
So that's kind of cool. And that's Coruscant.
And
Endor.
the forest moon of Endor.
Yeah. Having a celebration.
Why are they not all together?
So is Akbar. I mean, what is he? That little dance.
So in this one it's the do-do-do.
Yeah.
It's not.
Which honestly that version's better, honestly. Like
what
the one you just did, the da da da
he
da
does
whatever.
better than Yub Nub.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It seems more of like a closure of like this is a happy ending
Yeah.
to a big thing that you know the Star Wars
One of the
saga.
better
like,
pieces of music in
Yub
Star Wars. One of the
Nub.
more memorable.
Dub de dub dub.
yeah, just. I like this version.
How
more
did he
better.
know exactly where they were?
It's more sentimental. Oh, Luke.
Yeah, like the Force.
Yeah.
How
Probably
did-
had he. I mean, they probably have GPS.
It's like
he probably texted.
just-
He probably
it's just-
texted Han and was like, "Hey,
why
send
is
me your location."
Why is Wedge not getting? Why are they like all in like basically their work uniform right now still?
you know, change up some casual attire? I mean,
Ewok celebrating. We've only been part of this for 2 hours.
yeah. Looks like who are you?
Who are you?
Hayden?
What are you looking at?
I mean, technically,
Wouldn't she be able to see them too?
yeah.
I kind of wish they kept the older one because you keep the appearance of what you were when you died.
Yeah, and Ben's like, wait, how come I got shafted on this? How come I'm not young?
Well, I think we've learned that if you don't know how it happened, it was the Force.
No, that wraps
We
up
did it!
the original saga.
The original saga, the original trilogy.
I definitely want to do Force Awakens pretty soon.
We'll do it.
There's definitely a lot we can say about that trilogy.
And
But this was great.
yeah,
This was
I like this one a lot.
yeah, it's top 3 for sure.
Yeah. Okay. Well, make sure you go actually listen to the podcast, the Personal People Podcast. You can find that anywhere. You can find it on Spotify. You can find it on Anchor. That's our home. We can find it on Apple, and I think you can find it on Google Cast, anywhere else.
Spotify.
Yeah. Share this around. Go listen to the other 5 or listen to ET. We have that one also. I promise you at some point there will be a sequel trilogy commentary. And then who knows? We'll probably honestly end up doing Rogue One and Solo just to round things out.
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, thank you for listening. Hope you enjoyed this.
And this
I
sentence
guess.
is the Return of the Jedi of this podcast being the end. Cut it. Stop recording.
Oh. Okay. May the force be with you.
Always.